That's it, especially the Wrekroom.
Shout out to the Wrekroom. We in this
Come on, man. We at the Wrekroom.
How was it when you elevated into that realm of people?
Well, personally, it's so crazy. I get to meet I met George and I met a guy named Freeway, the rapper.
Yeah, Freeway.
And then I met Chris Kattan. I probably messed up his name. I've met Alonzo Boding. Just a lot of successful, crazy, famous, successful people. And the thing is like, there's no difference between them and us, bro. It's just like we have the keys to life. Like it's easy to make easy decisions. The hard ones, bro, nobody wants to make. And so really we got to focus on like making those hard decisions because, dude, we have the easy, it's relatively easy, but it's hard at the same time. Like we have to find those things that we struggle with and work on them every day. When I get up, I put my schedule on my phone. I have my goals set out for the week. I try to hit them every day. And it's not necessarily about hitting them, but you're just building that habit. I go to the gym every day. I write every day. I work out. I have my own mental time where I boost myself up. All my friends, my friend group, they're all business owners or entrepreneurs or successful people, or they're very well connected, because you don't want to be the lowest person in your group. I mean, you don't want to be the highest person in your group. You want to be the lowest so you can, elevate to their level, right? And have that energy. But honestly, really just being around that circle, you just kind of start realizing that everybody's just the same, bro. There's no difference between them and us. It's just some of them, really, really work hard at it. These freaks of nature that are doing crazy stuff, it's because they built and trained their mind and their body to do that. It's not crazy skills. It's just constantly training, and then, whatever faith people believe in. But, man, there's just being around them, it just seems like just normal people, bro. Honestly.
That's honestly, I know I've never really looked at it like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it's just I don't know, different classes, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so used to high class, middle class, and with the subclass.
I mean, dude, it's just, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. You about
24.
Oh, so you about to have an awakening at 30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That 30.
Yeah, I'm already having midlife.
I'm 34, but it's just when you're a kid, you can't see yourself as an adult taking care of another kid, right? That seems crazy. And then you're going to work every day, and then you're coming home and you're telling this adult, or you telling this kid what they should do and how they should progress. And the truth is, nobody is ever ready for that. Some of the best people that I met, the most successful people, tell me that they're never really prepared. They don't handle it. They just kind of go with it. And as I get older, I still feel like a kid. Bro, it's hard to believe that, right now I'm in a financial stability place, since I've always been homeless a lot of my life, or, that I'm going to events that I started a nonprofit, bro. I didn't know anything about business. I went to school for engineering and didn't even finish that. And so I think we just kind of go and we just kind of figure it out. So to get to that level, it's the same thing. I know, Fortune 500 company CEOs that are just I don't know what I'm doing. So we all just kind of faking it till we make it, bro.
Shit, it works.
Yeah,
it works,
dude, bro. Because in reality, we don't know, bro. Nobody has the absolute answer for everything.
No one really has a game plan. Yeah. Someone just wing it.
Yeah. We just kind of wander around not knowing, dude, until we just kind of figure it out, and then we just go and build off from there. Because what I have, it's so unique. There's nobody in the world that's telling jokes about kidney disease. It's my brand. And somebody do that after me, like, I don't care because I set that. I set the standard. Like, that's what I want people to know. That's why it's always like, meeting the right people, putting my media out there, getting out there, putting my word out, because at the end of the day, I'm the kidney disease comedian. I started that, bro. Because anything after that, you just second.
Yeah, you paved the way for them to walk.
Yeah, bro, and that's my own thing. And it's so funny because people criticize you about anything. Dude, I've had hecklers like heckle me about making jokes about kidney disease, dog. Like,
Really? How is it with the hecklers? How do you deal with those?
man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, my first heckler, I was just like a pissed off black dude. I was like, I'll F you up, and like, like I was like about to whoop this dude's ass. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I lift, bro. I was gonna fight this dude. I was, I was ready.
Meet me outside.
Yeah, meet me outside. Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
And there was like, everybody was just like, chill, bro, chill. And then after a while, when you started to have that growth and that elevation, because my brother was shot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my twin brother was shot and killed. Ironically enough, found out later it was by my cousin, but it was because of a dispute that they kept having for a beef, and then my brother fought him,
Whooped his ass.
Yeah, whooped his ass, and then like he shot him, right? But it's just like, consciously, I know like nothing's worth losing your life over, first of all. And then I always try to keep a mellow demeanor about everything. And so I lost track of what I was talking about. It happens.
No, yeah, you're good. We were
But,
talking about
Was it the hecklers?
yeah, hecklers.
Oh yeah, the
Hecklers.
hecklers. And so now when I come up in like situations like that, I just don't let people have my energy, bro. Cause this, if you watch comedy, like truly watch it, the best heckler comebacks are the comedians that are so calm on stage that they just don't, like, you always, like, I feel like if I get angry, then I'm just, I'm raging. I can't say the right things.
That's when the heckler has
I'm
won.
calm. Yeah, like I remember I had this heckler probably like 2 or 3 months ago. I was actually back at JP's, and it was kind of crazy. This dude was talking to everybody's set, and da-da-da-da. And I think his name was Greg or something. And I get on stage. And
Fuck you, Greg.
right. And he's like, "What's up?" Like, already challenging me. And dude, like, and I was like, all right, I'm about to get him. Because because I do street climbing, I try not to, like, push down too much. I'm very much like, I won't clown you indirectly. Because my whole sole purpose is, like, I don't want to put you down. I'd rather build people up. But, I'm going to talk about something that's on you. And so I was, like, looking at his shirt. And I was looking at the woman next to him. And he was, like, heckling everybody. And I don't know why it came to my mind, but he was an older white dude, and the woman was still young. And I was like, "Hey, like, is that your daughter?" And he was like, "Oh no, this is my date." I was like, "Nah, that can't be your date. Does she know you don't have any money? Look at that shirt you wearing." I was like, "Where's that what do they call them? The little help dogs."
Oh, service dog.
Yeah, where's that little service dog? Maybe we can get him to come help you find a new shirt. Like, I just started, like, tearing into this dude for, like, 10 minutes, and he just, like, didn't say anything. But for me, it was just fun. I was like, yeah, I can't believe that sugar. I was like, what's up?
And then the crowd was eating it up as well.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, you don't want to, like, tear down too much, but you want to have fun. And so whenever, like, I have people heckle me on stage, I look forward to it now, bro. Like, it's fun because I want to be tested on, like, how can I approach people,
It's like challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted. Like, how can I do this in such a way? Because my approach is always, like, condescending. I want to be condescending. It's like, "Oh, you trash." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, bro, that's a nice hat, man. Can I borrow it?" Like, just be, like, as condescending as possible.
Has there any been any times where you've, like, bombed badly?
Oh, dude. It was actually crazy because, again, people, it's so crazy. Like we're gonna change, dude. Like what you are now, you're not gonna be when you're 30. When you are now, we change at different levels, and we're never the same person depending on our growth. It might happen faster for some people. It might happen slower, but my first year, geez, it was. I think this was like my biggest bomb, but I didn't really feel it. Um, it's always interesting as a comedian because your ego tends to break down sometimes because I always thought I was funny, and when you think you're overly funny, then it's a balance with comedy. Like you have to have an ego, but you have to also know when to check that ego. Because my first show that I like did in front of these people, I didn't really understand it. I bombed, but I was also sick. But looking back at it, I know that I bombed hard. But I didn't think I was funny. But sometimes you have to just tell yourself like, hey, this wasn't funny. You need to work on it. You got to have that balance. And so it was like my first year, and I'm telling jokes for the National Kidney Foundation, the Lung Cancer Institute, breast cancer, like all these big foundations in this one room for this retirement party. And honestly, like I should have read my crowd because they were like 60 and up, and I was just going on there like, yeah, I got this kidney disease. It's called focal segmental glomerular sclerosis. Yeah, don't worry. I don't know what it says either. I don't know what it says, but I know it was crazy after that. And my doctor was like, oh, you can say FSGS for short. And I was like, FSGS? Oh, fucking shit's going sideways. And this crowd of like 60-year-old people, like, and like they're just looking at me, bro. And it was just like so quiet.
They're all just,
huh?
They're all just looking at each other.
Yeah. Which, it's a great joke, but like not in that setting, And I just remember being on stage, and there was just so many exciting moments. But I'm pushing through, and I just wanted to hurry up and get off. But I was also still on dialysis, so I was sick. And so, like, as I was, oh gosh, as I was like doing this, and I got off stage, I was going outside, and I was literally laying flat on the ground, bro. I was so sick, and my stomach was so hurting, but I had to get back up and be in there because I didn't want to perform, bro, but I didn't want to cancel the show. And it was actually crazy because of the quick snippet during my first year doing comedy. When I would get on stage, I was so sick, I would go like do my set and then run to the bathroom and vomit, bro.
Damn.
And so I was sick that day, but I didn't want to tell them because I didn't want to cancel, which I probably should. In hindsight, I probably should have. I should have probably been better and then rewrote those jokes too. But so I would run in, and this lady was like, oh, you'll get it next time. It's just a tough crowd. And believe it or not, I've had that happen to me like a couple of weeks ago too.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's very much, bombing. It's just a part of the game, bro.
It's like a learning experience.
Yeah, I just take it as that. Like I don't consider it bombing anymore. I just think it's a place to develop and grow from your mishaps, bro. Like honestly. But yeah, it still happens, man. I guess I bombed a little bit a couple weeks ago because like it was crazy. The same lady said that, and I flashed back to that. I was just like took me back, and it was crazy because like this past year I went to go do an event with the transplant team because I'm doing the Transplant Olympics of America next year in Birmingham, July.
Wow, that's
5th
awesome.
through the 10th. Yeah, a bunch of people that have different organ transplants. That was my marketing. And so it was crazy because I went to a meeting and this lady comes up to me and she was like, oh, I remember you at that retirement party. And you was just saying like all those crazy words and da-da-da-da. I was just like, that's not me anymore. I do clean comedy now.
That's not my comedy.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Nah.
When it comes to writing jokes, do you ever hit like a wall or like,
Oh man, all the time. It's I've had it like, it's almost, I write every day, not necessarily to get material, but to keep in a habit. Because I learned that if I stay away from writing, I kind of lose it, bro. Like, it takes a little bit to get it back. But sometimes I just write to write, but other times I have to wait for that muse to come together because it takes years to, like, craft a well-written joke, And I'm actually in a process of rewriting a joke for a bit that I've had like for 2 years, but just for like an example, um, I do this clean joke talking about, and you know, the new part of it actually came to me 2 weeks, and I think it's like a 3-part joke, and the first half goes, yeah, man, I used to steal so much that my grandma, she get tired of it. She get tired of it because I used to steal. I went to the store, and I would come home with stuff. She's like, boy, you need to stop stealing and take your butt to church and get some savings. And so I did from the collection plate. And, you know, that was the first initial of the joke, the first part. Like, that's all it was, right? And I was like, okay, I need to add on to this. And so I was like, okay, so what happened after that? Like, so anyway, like writing these jokes, that's all it was. And I was like, okay, what happened to the rest of this time? Because the best comedy is deep truth. That's why you want to be your most authentic self. Like, you want to open up so much, even if it hurts, bro, because that's where your best comedy is going to come from.
Oh yeah, a lot of pain, a lot of tributes, trials and tribulations,
Yeah,
sacrifice.
yeah, exactly. And so, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know, what happened next? I ended up getting caught later, and I was like, okay, so I need to add that to the story. So, yeah, you know, I'm gonna get it from the collection plate. But I think the pastor always knew, because he would always ask me, he's like, hey, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Savior? And I say, yeah. And then the money would just like fall out of my pockets. And then he'd be like, yeah, and that's the power of the Holy Ghost, right? And so like the new part, thought about like 2 weeks ago, which is crazy because everything, you know, ties together. Like if you really break down a joke, it all flows. And I'll do that for you guys like in a quick version. And so the next part of that is, it's true. Because he was like, you know, he's like, that was the power of the Holy Ghost. Because it's true, right? Because you reap what you sow when you do stuff. And I should have sold them pockets. Yeah. So, like, everything, like, it's like a river, man, when you flowing with jokes, because everything kind of ties together. Like, he says the Holy Ghost, because it's a double entendre, because I got holes in my pockets, right? And, you know, the ghost is making it fall out. And so, like, this is the chemistry of the joke, and then you reap what you sowed. Because like it's bad that I already stole this money and then I got caught, but you know
You gotta sew them damn
you gotta
pants.
sew the pockets, because yeah, and so like everything flows together, and that's like the beauty of a joke. Like people think that like, you know, a joke is a joke, but like if you're a real writer, everything has a meaning, everything has a flow, and sometimes it rhymes, bro. Sometimes like when you write a joke, it just rhymes, but you don't want it to. You just have to keep like rewriting it. But I mean, comedy is beautiful, bro.
Shit, I love comedy. That's what, like I said, that's what actually got me into this podcasting career that we're actually doing now.
I hate to say it, but you're not much of a comic, my guy.
Oh, I know I'm not much of a comic, but I love comedians.
Yeah, I feel yeah. So,
Shit.
so going based off that, for somebody that's like coming up in comedy or doing stand up, what was some you would pass on to?
Yeah,
to
some good advice.
Man, just get like a pen and piece of paper. Start there. Always start writing. Go to open mics. Be your authentic self, because and something I struggle with too is when you start to elevate in like comedy or anything in life, and you hear it a lot, don't worry about what other people are doing. And it's something I struggle with because I'm a great business comedian, corporate comedian. Like I get jobs, I get paid, you know, pretty well to do that stuff. But at the end of the day, in my heart, like I want to be in a club. I want to be recognized as a club comedian. But sometimes, you know, our journey, it might not be that. Because at the end of the day, we all have one secret. I mean, at first, like, I thought I wanted to be like the greatest comedian in the world. But now it's just pretty simple. Like, I want to be in the best position so I can help people. But at the end of the day, like, we all have our own paths. So, like, just focus on your stuff, because over the journey, I've had people tell me, don't tell kidney jokes, that's not relatable. Or, you know, the audience can't do that, or you should do something else, or, you know, that's not funny, or you should do, like, there's always going to be, you know, people coming at you in different ways. But at the end of the day, tell your own story. Like, people criticize me about the name of the name of my nonprofit, my business, Disease Jokes. It offends people. Some people don't like it. It's too funny. But then there's people that do like it and they think it's hilarious. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter what you do. As long as you believe in it in your heart and you follow it and keep consistent with it, like, you can do whatever you want in this world.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Don't ever let anybody sway you, tell you what you can and can't do.
And what about this? What about some wise words for the people that think they're the funniest guy in the world?
I'll keep thinking you're the funniest guy in the world. But also, you know, you got to stay humble, too. Like, you just have to know, man, that's the thing. Like, you know, when you're in comedy, when you get on stage, the first thing you want to do is read the room. You got to know your crowd. You got to know what you're around. So I would say just read the room, man. Don't be over egotistic, but if it's the crowd for it, then, you know, be you. But always just know what type of message you're trying to put out there. And so that's why it's, like, always important to me that I try to, you know, keep everything clean and, you know, constantly working on myself. And, like, we have flaws. We're going to take step backs. We're going to mess up. That's just a part of it. We all ain't perfect. But, you know, just stay key to your vision, stay key to yourself, and, you know, just keep grinding. Shit.
Lovely, man. Honestly.
Beautiful. So, for anybody that wants to see you in person, any upcoming shows, where can they, you know?
I'm actually traveling. I think I told you that before this week to go to California, but I'll be back. I got Backstreet Asia on the 20th the following Monday. Out in Phoenix, and then I have another one, and it's off of East Main that following Saturday. And so all that is on my website, diseasejokes.org, or find me on Instagram, AJ_Coulter2, or something cool. Just Google AJ Coulter. I'll come right up. Look at my story. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah.
The kidney disease comedian, bro. That's me. But, you know, all those ways you can find me. I'm not sure what's next after that, but I don't know. I might just chill in December, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy the holidays.
Yeah.
Take a little break. Well, shit, man. A lovely time we had here. Glad to have you, honestly, man. We actually want to have you on again, too.
Yeah, we can tell some more of these stories. I got tons of them. We didn't even
get down to the brass tacks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for
definitely.
coming
Who knows,
on.
we actually might pull up on you sometime, man. See you in person.
Yeah, come see me, man. It's,
Got to.
you know, it's so unique what I do, bro. And, you know, personally, like, I struggle. I struggle with the confidence I have in my comedy, which is natural. It's okay to struggle with it because, like, you're doing something so unique. You're building yourself. Like, you know, Amazon, Google, they didn't know what they had when they first started.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. Amazon started out of a garage, you know?
Yeah.
And you just slowly build that confidence over time. And so, like, I'm always in that building stage, but I know, like, if I keep grinding, like, I know I'm going to end up because people always see the best in you. And if there's people that are so elevated telling you that, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you just keep grinding. So I'll get there,
That's when
bro.
you know you do got something going. So
Yeah,
it's just like,
yeah. So it's just, like, constantly pushing, bro. Every day working on yourself. Like, after this, like, I done motivated myself. I'm about to go do some work after this.
Hell yeah. Just keep motivated, ladies and gentlemen, and keep that work ethic strong.
Yes, sir. Well, once again, man, appreciate you coming on here, man. And
Thanks for having me.
I know you already plugged yourself, but just plug yourself again so they can find you.
AJ_Coulter 2 on Instagram, AJ Coulter on Facebook, TikTok, AJ_Coulter 2, LinkedIn, Jazzrome Coulter, JAZROMECOULTER. That's all for your business and entrepreneurs if you want to hire me for your business gigs. And dang, is that it? I think that's it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all that will be in the description. So, man, you already know what to do. Give the man a follow. Check him out.
Book him.
Book me, yeah. Book me now.
Book him.
Book him.
No, yeah. Thank you again, man, and appreciate you for coming through.
No, I appreciate being here. Thank you, man.
Always.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys. This has been the Rec Room. I'm your boy Soto Britchie,
OG Manny B.
and we are out. Peace.